So today we'll be taking a look at the equation y equals mx plus b for a line. What we're going to do overall is we're going to take a look at a graph like the one that we have here. And when we do that, we're going to have to identify the start value, which is the y-intercept. Now, if I was looking at this graph, I would find the point of the line that crosses the y-axis, and I'm going to put a cross here. And call that the start, also known as the b value, otherwise known as the y-intercept from before. Now, in order to find the slope, what we have to do is we have to locate 2 points on the line. Those 2 points have to be 2 integer answers on the line. So if you look at this line here, you'll notice that the line crosses our graph at this point. Okay? Now, it crosses here and it crosses here. So you'll notice we're just going to go and put a little X here. So this is our second point. Now, remember that our slope, we said, was equal to the rise divided by the run from before. So basically all we're going to do is we're going to figure out the rise. To figure out the rise, we have to count up from the y-intercept or down from the y-intercept to figure out how high it goes up. In this case, because it's going up to this point here, it goes up from this point to this point, we know that our y value is going to be positive. So here's what we do. We count up 1, 2, 3, 4. And so that means our rise is equal to 4. Let's take a look at our run now. Our run is going to be the distance going left to right from our y-intercept. So now we count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now our run is equal to 5. Now, you'll notice our rise is positive. Sometimes it can be negative if you have to count down. But we now have our rise over run, our rise and run. So now our slope, m, is just going to be, well, the rise is 4, and we're dividing by 5. On the computer, if you were doing this, you would write 4 /5 on your thing to show me that that would be your slope. Okay? Now, remember, our equation was y is equal to mx plus b for a line. Now, you have calculated your slope, and you know what your start value is. In this case, the start value is -3. So all we have to do is state what our equation is. So the equation is y is equal to, well, 4 over 5x, and then whatever the y-intercept is. If it's +3, you're going to put +3. If it's -3, you're just going to put -3, and we're done. For a negative slope, it's exactly like what we did before. So we have the start being b is equal to 5. Now we just need to find another point that has integer values for our line, and so I select that point there. So now we do the same thing with our rise over run, and we count, because we're going down from this point to this point, we have to count down. And because it's counting down, 1, 2, our rise is -2. Our run is always going to be positive. In this case, we're going to count from there. 1, 2, 3. So our run is 3. So our slope is negative 2 over 3. If you're doing it on the computer, you're going to write negative 2/3. And remember, your equation is y is equal to mx plus b. So based on all the information that we have, the equation is y is equal to negative 2 over 3 x plus 5. And we're done. Now, on to the last bit to kind of show you some simple things that you need to know. So, if I have a horizontal line, we knew that our slope was equal to 0, right? In this case, the point that crosses the x-axis, the y-axis, is this point here. In this point, we have b is equal to 4. For any horizontal line that you have, all you have to say is the equation is y is equal to the intercept. In this case, it is just 4. For a vertical line, all we have to say is what our x-intercept is. So a vertical line, remember, our slope is undefined. And so all we say is the equation for any vertical line is just x equals, well, in this case, it's 3 because it crosses the x-axis at 3. And you're done. All right, good luck. These ones here that are vertical and horizontal are the easiest ones. So when you do your homework, look for vertical and horizontal lines and then give me the equations.